Fun fact, the mantis shrimp can see colors that you can't even imagine. Humans have three types of photoreceptors. They're red, green, and blue cones. And these can perceive light in those similar color range wavelengths and gives you a vision of color. And any color in between is kind of a mixture of those three. So for example, here, light enters the eye and hits the back of the retina, and it activates one or multiple of these three cones. And depending on how much they get activated, it produces a sense that your brain interprets as a color or a mixture of these three colors. However, for a mantis shrimp, they have 12 different photoreceptors, many more than humans, but there's some slight caveats to that. Each photoreceptor for a shrimp is a much smaller range of wavelengths that it can detect. And I say photoreceptor because there are some slight differences between their photoreceptors and our photoreceptors, which are cones. But either way, these ranges are much smaller, but since there's more of them, it covers an overall broader range of color spectrum. Here you can see the range of those cones for human vision, and that gives us the visible light there in the middle. But for the mantis shrimp, they have significantly more, and they can even see into the UV spectrum, which we can't detect at all. That's why it's this gray color. We don't even know what it looks like. We can't imagine what it looks like. And then they also might potentially be able to see into the edge of infrared light, but that's still up for debate. Now, we can't easily determine what this looks like for the mantis shrimp. I mean, we can't just go up and ask it. But we think that they might see color in a completely different way than humans do, because we blend and mix a lot of our colors together, because those cones overlap so much. Since the photoreceptors for the mantis shrimp are so much more fine-tuned, they might see color as individual wavelengths, almost. So, for example, when we see the color yellow, we see red and green both being activated. But for the mantis shrimp, they just kind of see a yellow wavelength and just detect that. So it's almost like a barcode that kind of scans each individual wavelength. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that fun?